Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I will be making a earring cabinet for my mom for Christmas. So first we start off by cutting up the boards. For this project I'm using ash because it's the only wood I had on hand. So I'm planing down only one side because on this planar thicknesser combination tool the thicknesser part doesn't work that well, so I don't use it. It just makes me wanna throw things across my shop and yeah, not a fun time. So here I'm attempting to scrub plane, but then I remembered I made this thing. It's a rotor sled that's adjustable, and I filmed a video for it, but I never edited it. I never edit it. I never made it, but it works really well. If you want, I can make a detailed explanational video of how I made it, but you probably don't care. I doubt any of you are still watching. But anyway, now to cut some dovetails. I wasn't going for precision here because they will be covered by moldings. So just quickly chopping it out with a chisel. Now for the top parts. The tops of the dovetails will be seen from the top of the cabinet, so I wanted them to be symmetrical, so I'm cutting them both together. So here's the aftermath of cutting the moldings. Now I'm cutting a little mortise for like a little front part that's gonna have a little shell carving on it to fit. So here I'm carving out the shell. And I'm still carving. And I decided to get a new tool for the shop. It's a scroll saw. And it's been really useful. I've used it a lot since I got it. Now throughout the instructions, cause who needs instructions, am I right? But yeah, I got this because on the bandsaw it's really hard to cut tight curves, and by hand it just well, it's hell. Like 9th grade shop class, the teacher, all he did all year was make us cut like 3mm plywood in like fucking flowers and shit. So I'm pretty fucking tired of coping saws. And yeah, wasn't a fun time in 9th grade shop class. So now I'm gluing up the frame. I'm using PVA D3 glue, if you were wondering. And now I put on some clamps and clamp it together. So now I'm cutting out a smaller molding for the bottom of the case. So now for cutting the joinery for the doors. I'm using bridle joints. I also filmed how I made veneer inlays on the panel for the doors, but I lost the footage and couldn't find it. But I made a YouTube short about shading veneer, so that will be enough for you. It did really well, so thank you for all of you who watched it. And now I'm cutting out notches on the joint because I couldn't cut out that wide part on the table saw. So here I'm using the brand new scroll saw to cut out the shape needed to make the door. This is the fanciest and most advanced door construction I have ever tried. No, never I have carved out like a bevel for the panel. I just usually took a thin piece of wood and shoved it in there and called it a day. You know, I'm trying to progress my woodworking skills as much as possible, so I don't stay cutting melamine or something for 40 years. Now I would like to do some more veneering in the future, but there are no close stores that sell veneer. The only places I know of are in the capital of Latvia, which is Riga, and that's like 2 hours away, so and no one wants to drive me there, and I'm too young to drive myself, so that kinda sucks. But anyway, so I routed out the thingamajibs for the hinges. I don't know why I included that part, but no one's watching anyway, so who cares really? Now to screw the hinges, I'm using some brass screws. So now for the finishing, I'm using 2 parts lacquer that I mixed up with 1 part lacquer thinner to make it thinner so that it levels out easier and doesn't leave any brush marks. So I'm using some paper towels also to better help mitigate brush marks also. No, because there is no brush to leave the marks. And this is the finished product. I know it has quite a few imperfections, probably not something that I would be comfortable with selling, but yeah, that's what gifts are for, to practice your woodworking skills. Always remember that. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. If you are still here, I appreciate you very much. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.